Good afternoon, all, or in some cases, good morning in the future. Welcome to Zelda Speedruns. Today we have for you a quarterfinal race in the redemption bracket of the LavaDash tournament for Twilight Princess between Glubbers and Simikins. Joined on comms today by Jeez and Skyrion. How are you two doing?
I'm doing pretty well, thank you.
Yeah, same, thank you.
Well, I will hand this over to you two, and we will get this race underway.
All right. Yeah, I'm excited to watch this race. It's always fun to see both Simi and Glubbers play the game. And it's been a while since we've seen Glubbers play TP, actually. Had a bit of a hiatus.
They are both not online often, but we're gonna see a great race today.
Yeah.
I don't see Simi's side anymore.
We just lost Simi. Hopefully we'll have him back in a moment.
Oh no, not a repeat of the last race.
Guys.
At least we lost him just before the timer this time. And not like as the countdown was happening, basically, in the previous race.
Hopefully we will not have any DD issues this time. For both gamers.
Yeah. A smooth back in time and a smooth short sword and shield skip.
And EMS. Because personally, EMS is the worst part of the run.
Yeah. You can get stuck there quite easily. Just getting bad swing after bad swing.
Yeah, and if you get angry at it, it's not helping at all.
It's important to keep cool.
Big chillin'.
Well, Sim is in chat, so we have communications, but yeah, his stream
yeah,
a little bit wonky.
Working, but not his stream. Hello,
Really Glubbers greeting us through the file select screen.
Hello. Goron's RTA Ice Shredder when.
Yeah, Eye Shredder, that's quite the glitch. Purely visual glitch. Although, I'm curious if the glitch makes the game more prone to crashing, because it is quite an insane visual glitch.
I guess it would affect the memory a little bit.
Oh, looks like Sim is back. Put his audio back on. There we go.
What are the rules for Goron Mines RTA? From the fresh boot of the game, beat Goron Mines.
Yeah, it's an old popular race category, all the way back from 2011. And it's stuck around, and it's actually seen a lot of cool development the last few years.
It's a nice category because it's not as long as any percent, and we get to do a missing dungeon from any percent.
Yeah, I think that was one of the main reasons why people raced it back in the day, is to finally get a chance to do this dungeon, as any percent has always pretty much skipped the Goron Mines. Looks like we are ready to go.
Good luck with that.
Yes, good luck to both runners.
Link
The classic.
Yeah, I was about to say the classic. Link So I know in practice, Glubbers attempted a lot of fast back in time. He had an issue with back in time during the polls. Hopefully not today.
Oh yeah, some issues with back in time. We saw it last race too. Hopefully it's not a trend that continues.
Alright, good luck. We're starting.
And we're starting. Alright, so the first thing about this game is that you can skip cutscenes by pressing the start button twice, which is quite the upgrade from the game before it, being the Wind Waker, not having to watch through like a 5-minute intro. So that ends up saving quite a lot of time for the whole game. We only have to watch, in any percent, there's only about 20 minutes of significant unskippable cutscenes.
Intro skip built in. That's
Yeah.
how we do it.
So the first thing the runners are going to do is to pick up this rock and use it to clip through the gate over here so they can get access to a void plane. The goal is to void out and reset the game on the same frame. And if you do that successfully, then you will respawn on the title screen and you can play around as the Link that is on the title screen. If you then jump off the map on the title screen, you can get rid of the HUD, which allows you to save the game and then load the file which you created on the title screen. And that gives you some really cool things, like the sword and shield early and having the flag for Epona tamed. So it looks like Glubbers got a nice back in time there. Both runners struggling a bit with the gate clip, but
Yeah,
fairly even.
the gates are in this game are very. Sometimes they exist, sometimes they're not. They don't.
Yeah, very sensitive. So the runners saved and reloaded, and then now they'll be in Pharaon Spring, a bit ahead of where you would normally be. So they've skipped the first day of Ordon. You can now just go straight to Koro and get the lantern and continue on to save Talo from a cage. Just some obligatory story progression stuff at the beginning, but they're well equipped having a sword and shield really early on.
Back in time being back in the future, really.
Yeah, so it's called Back in Time because the guy who discovered it was in Arbiter's grounds, and he then was brought back to the beginning of the game. Whereas the way we use it in speedruns, it should technically be called Forward in Time if you think about it. But yeah, the name has stuck around.
In this section, what is very important to master is freaking rolls. Like this game has very weird movement speed. As Wolf, it's pretty consistent. It's faster than human, but as human, as opposed to OOT and stuff, you just need to roll frame perfectly.
Yeah, upkeeping your speed, especially if you're going uphill, it's really important to keep up the frame perfect rolls, otherwise you lose so much speed.
I remember watching back to my previous race. I was kind of confused at what I was doing with the camera, but this area has a lot of lag depending on which console you have.
Yeah, I saw in your last race that you used some camera manip, I think,
Yeah,
to try to reduce lag.
I have the oldest wheel in history, so I have to do it, otherwise I cannot get frame perfect rolls.
Okay, so you do see that it works when you have it to the side of Link. That's interesting.
Yep. Basically, the laggy area is where all the mobs are, like near the end.
I see. Well, it's probably something that more people should do then. Because like even if you have a good Wii, I think everybody will experience some lag, so it could be a good strat regardless.
There is a way to analog glitch kinda to not have to struggle with the camera. Alberto does that. I think I picked that up from Zach actually.
Yeah, having it in the corner, down left or down right notch of the C-stick.
Yep, exactly.
Yeah. So Glubbers having the lantern out up until this map. There's no like issue about lantern oil, not even in 90%. You use it so little that you're not really going to run out, and in all the areas of the game where you do need to use a lantern, there will be a refill very close by.
Always a refill.
Yeah.
Even here, you can steal to the bird.
Rubber's missing one slash there. Simi getting it. Very nice angle on the cage. The straighter your angle is with the cage, the quicker the cage will break. Or the easier it will break.
There is a perfect break, I think. Like, you can jump at it.
With just jump attack, yeah, that's right. Something interesting about this game is that when you advance text, in like a cutscene with a character, their eyes will blink for each text box in most cases.
Oh, that's true. Even in TD with Russell, it looks weird.
Yeah.
This goat's time.
Yeah, so generally runners will be looking at something like a low 20 or preferably sub 20 goats time. If they get to the 30 range, then it starts to hurt a little bit. Simi is playing on the Japanese version, which is about 1 second faster than English. But yeah, text in this game is very quick anyway, so it doesn't really matter, but there are some few cases where you will add up a few frames here and there. Looks like both runners having really good goats so far.
Simi got a bit screwed. Yeah.
Really good goats for Glubbers.
Yeah, that still is very nice for both of them. We keep going.
Yeah, so normally in any percent you would wrestle both for the iron boots immediately after doing goats. And the reason why we're able to do that is because we have the Epona tamed flag set from the back in time save. So we could go and do that right now, but if we do, then we would have to get text displacement, which is a glitch we'll cover later, from a different NPC. We're going to get it from Bo later, so we're purposely skipping Iron Boots for the moment so that we can abuse his text for later. So we will need to make a trip back to Ordon later.
Because of this trip, we will also have to clear Far and Twilight.
Brooping going from the tree for Glubbers as he bonks.
Stonks. Very nice whoopee.
Yeah, we're clearing the Twilight, indeed.
Yeah. You do that in Hundo and a few categories, but not often. NSQ also.
Yeah, so the game wants you to clear the Far and Twilight, but we can actually skip it at 90% because we can spawn a different Golden Wolf for the Ending Blow hidden skill on Ganondorf. But in this category, the goal is not to defeat Ganondorf, it's to defeat Fyrus, the boss of Goron Mines. And Ending Blow is not a requirement there.
Glubbers saved 3 frames, Simi saved 3 frames.
Nice, both got box break.
So this section, yeah, it's the wolf tutorial. We're gonna have in a jump, target things, avoid enemies.
Yeah, so right now you can see the X button doesn't say anything for either of the runners. But in the next area it will say sense.
Yep.
LavaDash is the Goron Mines RTA tournament. Goron Mines RTA being a very old category for this game. Started in 2011 on Speedruns Live, and it's just been... There was like a resurgence in 2018 when I picked it up myself and a few other runners like Taco as well. And the route has seen quite positive changes throughout the last few years, especially after the text displacement glitch, which we'll talk more in detail about later, but it made it possible so that we can do early Master Sword. Before text displacement, we couldn't do EMS, so we had to do a bit more of a casual progression in the early game, which was definitely a lot slower.
Yeah, and I think the name comes from like Wolf Dash, basically.
Yeah, right. Wolf Dash being the 90% tournament series, so we just thought, well, there's lots of lava in Goron Mines. Very easy to fall into the lava, as we have seen so far in the tournament from plenty of races. Turning the tides for like who's in the lead. So yeah, LavaDash being the name for this.
I'm gonna anticipate a little bit and talk about framers. In the game, sometimes when you get at the end of a ledge, you can press Z to talk to Midna, and she's gonna make you jump very far away. And if there is a text box, like you can see on Glubbers screen, after that there is 1 frame where you can jump very, very quick. In this section, there is 4 of them, I think. It's very minor. If you get it, you get it. If you don't, you don't. But yeah, very finicky game.
Yeah, it saves about a second each one. So if you get all of them in this whole sewers and rooftops area, then you actually do end up saving a few seconds of your PV. There's one coming up in the next area where as soon as they leave this map, in the next one there will be a cutscene, and if they skip the cutscene and then 1 frame later do a jump attack, they'll skip text boxes from Midna. Glubbers missing it. Simi getting it.
Okay. Only Simi got 1 framer for now.
Yeah, so you can see the difference. Glubbers was a little bit ahead, and due to that, to Simi getting it and Glubbers failing it, they're now synced. So perfect display of how much time it saves. They were about a second apart.
Oh no!
No! That's unfortunate. Oh, he respawns all the way back here.
Oh man.
Yeah, right after, like there are a couple of places in this map where you can reset your respawn location. He was just about to hit the second one.
Yeah.
So he would have respawned on Glubber's screen right here if he had landed here.
That's fine. That's the rest of not playing for a long time. Yeah, he lost maybe 15 seconds.
Yeah, so Glubbers had a lot of issues with his Wii, like last year. He was not able to play. He had lots of cool goals for TP and wanted to play, but his Wii just wouldn't hold up. And then I think he got a new Wii, and he had issues with that one as well. It was just really unfortunate on the technical aspects of his of playing the game.
No, that's so annoying.
And then he had a bit of period where he learned or relearned the Wind Waker, and then right before this tournament, pretty much, he just went all back to TP, and he's been practicing a lot and showing a lot of interest in the category. So it's really fun to see him ask all questions about what's best for this room and how do I improve at this thing. And I'm a big fan of the category myself, so it's really cool to see.
Glubbers has very deep knowledge about the game, so I think we have a very good race today. So we're going to see a weird trick right now. We have the sword and the shield, but Midna doesn't agree because we kind of glitched the game. So we're going to use Hugo, the Bowblade, sorry, to jump over Midna saying no. Yeah,
there are two triggers in front of the Twilight barrier here, and the first one is go back and get the sword and shield, and then there's one trigger right after it where Midna says welcome into the Twilight. So you want to avoid the first trigger and hit the second one instead. Very quick sword and shield skill from Simi.
Yeah,
nice.
The biggest issue with this trick is moving Hugo, knowing how to move Hugo, push him nicely. It's very, very annoying.
Yeah, it's slightly easier to push him where his club is, his hitbox is a little bit bigger there. That's really good.
Yes, Globe.
Nice. Very nice. Both getting it. Excellent.
Yeah. That was very quick energy for both.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it was. So if they would have failed it, they would have to void out to respawn Hugo's health and carry him all the way across the bridge again. So it's quite failing. You don't want to fail anything in a race, but this one is where just when you do the slow walk over the bridge again and just kind of have the nerves sink in. So getting it first try in a race is pretty big. Happy to see both runners getting it first try.
Yeah, it's a very big gatekeeping trick for beginners, and in a race if you fail it, it's easily minutes. It's hard to come back, as we saw with Ace, she couldn't come back really from the Hugo fail.
So in this fight they learn the Midna charge attack, and it's quite a useful technique to have. We're going to use it later for early Master Sword. So yes, we're completing the Twilight in this category. Normally in 100% you would skip this Twilight. Completing this Twilight spawns a Golden Wolf outside of Forest Temple. The Golden Wolf will teach you the hidden skill Ending Blow, which is required to defeat the game. There's a hard check on the Ganondorf fight where if you get there without Ending Blow, then you can't beat the game. But we can spawn a Golden Wolf by howling at a different howling stone elsewhere in the game, and that ends up being faster for 90%. So you don't normally see this Twilight in 90%. There are some routes that do complete this Twilight but are a little bit slower. But yeah, the most popular route does not complete this Twilight. But for this category, we do want to complete the Twilight so that we can set Pharaon in a different state to be compatible with Back in Time equipped, which is kind of what you saw at the beginning of the run, where they respawn on the title screen. But they'll do some more stuff with it later. But that we'll get to in a bit.
This Twilight is pretty straightforward. You saw Glubbers and Simi leaving tears behind them. That's the only ones they're gonna leave behind. Because after Master Sword, we come back and take those tears at the end. But otherwise, this is just run around, don't fail. Glubbers got trolled by the spring. The hitbox to talk to the spirit is very weird. At one point, it cuts in half.
Yeah.
He lost 10 seconds on that.
But both of them getting the little trick there where you can turn off senses after you release the midnight charge so that Koro doesn't give you some text boxes. saving just like a second or two in the house.
But yeah, with TP and especially this category.
Oh, he's going for the wolf gate clip.
Nice attempt.
One attempt on the digging. Fair. It's
I
possible to side hop through the gate if it's swinging as Wolflink. Wolflink's collision is very weird. We'll see that it's weird again later in Goron Mines.
Yep.
But
As we
yeah.
said, like gates sometimes exist, sometimes not.
Yeah.
But barriers too. Like it's insane.
Yeah, well, there is one barrier that definitely does seem to work quite well.
Yeah, the Hyrule Castle barrier. What the fuck?
Yeah, that one is working very well.
Feels TP, man.
Mm-hmm. So Simi likes to not go for the purpose void out strat here. The last two bugs in this area, you can dig them up and then do a midnight charge to collect them quickly, but it's very difficult because the ground isn't like completely straight. So what most runners will do is that they'll void out on purpose, so they'll respawn and the bugs will be over the ground. But Simi will go for the fast strat here.
Yeah, easy. I never
Yep,
had
looks good.
issues with that. Like, I learned that for our damage less and it works. Like, I don't know what can, apart from digging only one bug, maybe.
Yeah, the way you can dig them up, because like there's like one dig where you can get like a little bit of a cutscene almost, and others where you don't. I think it depends on like where you are in the animation.
Yeah.
Alright, Simi going for early Master Sword, going for the fast EMS setup, almost getting it.
Yep. It was a bit late, and that's why we picked up the midnight charge. It's very useful. We're gonna do this twice. In this category, it doesn't go into Forest Temple unless you want to pick up the boomerang to be safe.
Yeah.
But
We're actually going to skip the boomerang entirely in this category, which is, you know, quite unheard of in general for TP speedrunning, as the boomerang is the most broken item, the most utilized glitchy item in the game.
Simi is getting very, very bad energy.
The Shadow Beast is like a little bit too far away from the wall, yeah. Last two attempts, he hasn't been in the ideal spot.
It cannot seem to bring it back into the right spot. It's weird.
That gave Glubbers the time he needed to catch up.
Yep. That's like I said, I feel like this is the most hard part of the run.
Oh yeah, it's just like you mentioned. I was talking about Sword and Shield skip being like a big thing, and they both nailed it, and then you were like, yeah, EMS can also cause some trouble.
Okay, nice. You got it. Yeah, EMS is very finicky sometimes, and if you get just a little angry because you failed, it's gonna be very hard. And yeah, I was about to say earlier, like, in this game, you fail something, it's gonna cost a lot of time usually, and in a category this short, you can lose a lot of time pretty quickly. So anything is possible, like you saw Glubbers caught up.
Oh no, Glubbers taking a hit there while he's resetting the fight. Hopefully it won't get too bad RNG from the Shadow Beast that it's going to use for the actual early Master Sword jump.
Yep, Jama is too far away from the wall.
Yeah, he's going halfway, very smart, making sure that the Shadow Beast will get close to the wall first. Oh, lots of snaking going on there, but he did get it in the end. Very nice.
Yep. He did see me. He's a bit far away from the wall.
Bad RNG. Bad RNG. Yeah, so it is possible technically to do it on a slow swing, but... Oh, that angle.
Yeah,
almost hit the wall, but you got it.
Yeah, this dude has 2 slaps, and one of them is very bad.
Yeah, so it's much easier to attempt it on a slow swing. Nobody really attempts it with a fast swing. So very close race, like trading back and forth due to this one trick.
Yep. Oh, I see Simi wiggle the stick. He's not happy.
Yeah, it's fun. We can see frustration from the runners through like spamming target or things like that.
Yep.
See a little bit of personality coming through. Yeah, so this is the Sacred Grove early. You're supposed to beat the first 3 dungeons before you get here, but since you arrive here as Wolf anyway, the game doesn't check to see if you have beaten the first 3 dungeons, so you can just go and get the Master Sword right away.
And usually getting the Master Sword this early locks out Goron Mines, and that's where text displacement with bow is gonna come into play later.
Yeah, up until late 2018, we always thought that the only way to get past the invisible barrier that gets placed in front of Goron mines, if you have done the early Master Sword trick, is to use the spinner to bypass it, because for some reason that just works. But then we discovered that text displacement is a thing, and we can use that glitch to remove the barrier, essentially. So we can now get the Master Sword for this category, which is really nice for, you know, a few reasons, but especially one where we had to go back to the fog area, swing our lantern, and then the monkey would come and steal it, and then we would have to go through the whole fog area in a very... And, yeah, just like a side-scroller in the middle of the run.
It's a side-scroller, basically. You just can't do anything, apart pushing the monkey a little bit.
Yeah, and it's so difficult to do it well.
Yeah, in any percent, most people pick up the boomerang to access Kakariko also. They just boomerang LGA over the exit of Farron. But in this run, we're gonna use a different trick, which is Bite. It's very similar to what the runners did at the very beginning, dropping into the void, resetting the game, running back into the title screen. But there is one extra step. Once Farron Twilight is cleared, you can select a file that you save, which is in the Farron area, and you're going to be able to load a boss fight, which conveniently, at the end of it, you load into Kakariko and you can proceed.
Yeah, it's a very handy, you know, you get placed in Kakariko after the fight. So it's one of the two main methods to get to Kakariko in like a Twilight Princess speedrun.
But yeah, we're not gonna see the boomerang, so King Bubbling 1 it's gonna be. And it's also time for the hardest puzzle in the game.
Yeah.
I hope.
Gotta make sure you visit GameFAQs and check what the solution is.
The good old strat was to write it down, put it into the cartridge of the game. I mean, not the cartridge,
yeah.
but the box.
The game case, yeah, that's what I did.
Same. I even had notes for the songs.
I wonder if I still have it, actually. So I do have my case. I'm gonna check.
So yeah, this puzzle is always the same. One statue is going in the same direction as you and the other the opposite. And you can do this puzzle two different ways, just one on one side and the other way is on the other side. It works the same. And fun fact, this puzzle looks like a heart. Like all the blocks, it looks like a heart.
Nope, I don't have the piece of paper anymore that had the solution written down. I guess after I learned the speedrun, I just thought to myself, huh, I know this by heart now, and I threw it out.
No more paper. So I have the Master Sword.
Yeah, getting the Master Sword 23 minutes in is very, very nice. Very convenient. So the Master Sword allows us to transform between human and wolf at will, and allows us to use any of the war points that we have unlocked. Not war points, warp points. And there's one in South Farron that we unlocked after defeating the first Shadow Beast fight, so we'll go back to that one after this.
We're gonna have one in Kakariko and one in Death Mountain, but that's it.
Yep. It's really unfortunate that there's one text box like in between these two cutscenes, otherwise it would be a pretty nice like AFK break.
Yeah, when you go in TP, when you need to pee or something because the run are very long, you need to do it at Master Sword most of the time, and this text box is very annoying.
Yeah, you first get 48 seconds of AFK time, then you press A once to close that one text box from Midna, and then you get 21 seconds more of AFK.
Only 48, wow.
So
just get away bird, yeah, that's true.
Yeah, it would have been a nice, like a minute 10 cutscene if that one text box wasn't, if it was automatic.
We still have a very close race, like the two runners are 15 seconds apart, 20?
Yeah, something like that. It's really great to see them both in the Master Sword cutscene.
Right after clearing the actual Twilight, they're gonna pick up the 2 last tiers they left behind. There is one frame-perfect backflip that lets you skip one in-latex box. So if one of them gets hit, that'd be a pretty nice time save.
Yeah, saves a few seconds, very handy to get. They gotta be pretty careful to collect the last tier as human. Well, they could, I guess, do a jump attack as wolf and save.
Yeah.
But
no, don't save as wolf.
yeah, the save needs to be human when you do bite later anyway. So you have to save twice. You would save once to like escape midnight text, but then it would probably be faster to just hit it on purpose then and then transform and then save.
Yeah, I did that the other day, but yeah, just get the text. No backflip for Glubbers. So he's gonna get a save at this location so he can do the bite trick.
He did not overwrite the good luck Simi file. Nice.
Nice. Simi didn't get the backflip.
Let's see if he has a good luck Glubbers save file. He doesn't, wow.
No. Last time he had LavaDash.
Oh yeah. Alright, so the same trick we saw at the beginning. Since we're coming from this side of the bridge anyway, this is the fastest spot to do the trick. Nice, Glubber's getting the frame.
Yeah, it's gonna be slightly different. Oh!
Oh, no! What happened? That looked like the first frame.
He didn't press B last.
Oh yeah, being a bit too quick on the soft reset combo.
Yep. So it's just gonna be a little bit different. Instead of voiding once, you're gonna press start as you void, and it's gonna open up the menu. You pick up your file, and bingo, magic.
Yeah, so you didn't hear Link scream now, because Glubbers has the audio, but you'll hear it in just a second. That Link will like scream on the title screen.
Yep.
Let's see the RNG. Ideally, you want to go right on the third hit.
Oh wow.
I'm not sure if that really was bad RNG, or just not because Simi wasn't fast enough, like he did lose him for a split second.
Maybe KB just went off because of...
But pretty good chase so far.
Yep.
Oh, Glubber's getting the good RNG. Getting a good chase.
Dash. Oh, no, that's a smart dash, wow.
That was a good dash, yeah. He was a little bit... He messed up a little bit, but then had a good dash to save it. Very good.
That's very smart,
that was a good time save over Simi there, because Simi was quite a bit ahead after the back in time fail.
True.
Nice. Simi got the first frame on the second hit, so King Boblin was in that animation. The spin attack missing for Glubbers, wow.
And this race...
That's a rare one.
No, it's not a rare one. I do it often.
You do it often? Okay.
It's very weird sometimes, like, if you don't get the right distance to KB, it just fails. I saw the double hit from Ace last time. Wow.
That was cool. Alright, so the runners are reloading Kakariko, because Kakariko didn't fully load into its proper state when you arrived from the King Boblin fight into the Twilight like this. It's a little bit weird, but now it's loaded correctly, so we have the Shadow Beast here. Simi opting to stay Wolf for consistent, for consistency.
Yep.
It's slightly faster to stay human up until after getting the vessel and leaving the water area, but only if you get a clean fight, which Glubbers has not done yet, so wise decision for Simi.
So this vessel is pretty, this Twilight is pretty much the same as what you see in other runs. At one exception is Bomb House Key. It's complicated to explain, but they're gonna avoid a trigger by jumping around. A little bit later we're gonna explain it further, but they're gonna kill a bug before they enter the bug house, which has a very, very long cutscene. And this cutscene is gonna end up being skipped. But we'll see that in about 3 minutes.
Yeah.
Must be probably...
Glubbers accidentally talking to Eldin an extra time, so the human movement being faster but much more difficult, because not only do you need a very clean Shadow Beast fight, and then ideally frame-perfect rolls to the... not Farron, Eldin, and then also to not talk to him a third time, or a second time, I mean.
Oh wow, Simi got an unfortunate basement. And yeah, since we don't do the casual route of going into the sanctuary, we go into the graveyard, we have the possibility to transform into human and clip inside it. Getting a very fast bugs from here.
Saving some time on Simi with that one. Very nice. And Glubbers closing in.
Everyone's game right now.
So, Elden Twilight being pretty technical, as we've already seen, and there's more technicality coming. This next house isn't too difficult though. It used to be a pain, used to climb all the way up to where the bug was, but then we realized that bugs are really sensitive to your movement, so if you bonk the wall on the left here, the bug will calm down and you can kill it right away. Making this house much easier and much faster.
Okay, I think it seems like both runners are not that happy. They are both doing stuff with the game, Simi turning around.
The target spam from Glubbers are probably about his approach for to Elden.
Oh yeah,
the whole that bit.
There is a roll like out of the text box. I think it's fine perfect, but it's very nice to get.
Very nice stick throw from Simi there from quite a distance away.
This house can lose you a lot of time. Like, it's pretty annoying getting on the bed, moving correctly.
And as you saw Glubber's screen there, he and Simi right before it, they both bonked the counter there, so the bug in the room above would go away from move away from the wall, and so they could attack it quicker.
Flies above the bed, Kirik, get out.
Oh, Glubber's missing the cool bonk strat.
Dodge. And yeah, we're gonna be coming up to bomb house skip. Usually most people do that with the boomerang. But at the top of Barnes' shop, there is like stairs, and if you go at the very top and go that way, you're gonna trigger one Twilight bug. And he's gonna go into the bomb house. If you manage to kill it before it goes into that, that's gonna skip the whole thing, saving, I don't know, 2 minutes maybe?
Yeah, it's like a minute and a half maybe. There are 2 loading zones and a decently lengthy cutscene.
But yeah, if the trick is successful, you're gonna see the house basically just vanish instantly.
Yeah, the game does a really nice check to see like, okay, if the bug is dead, then this house should be destroyed. So conveniently just immediately despawns the house. And gives you the tears that would have been inside.
Simi is going for it right now. Very precise movement to get on the ledge. Get a little bit behind to get some dash speed. And go yourself.
Really quick setup.
That was very nice. And then you kill the bug.
Excellent. Glubber's tempting it now. Glubber's accidentally doing a frame perfect control stick left and A press. For wolf controls, you want to delay the A press 1 frame, whereas with human, it is fine to do it on the same frame.
I'm not gonna say anything. Do not jinx. Okay, no
nice,
cargo
both
rock.
getting it. No cargo rock. Very nice. So if you spend too long setting it up, there's a cargo rock that will eventually say hello to you. And he could arrive. We've seen some cases where he has actually arrived very early.
Couldn't happen to me though. No.
Yeah, he flies around and his pattern is a little bit random, but usually he spends a little bit before he comes to say hi.
So now it's pretty straightforward, killing the last bugs, getting all the way to that mountain.
It's a little. I think Glove is getting like a little bit worse RNG than Simi there. Oh, getting a blue rupee. I believe the rupee text is slightly slower on Japanese than English. Maybe they're pretty much the same. It's way faster on German though.
Yeah, Spanish and French are slow. Yeah, Italian too.
Right.
But
yeah.
Japanese, I don't know. Nice bonk.
Simi getting a quick climb there by pressing himself into the little space in between the wall and the stairs there, and Wolfling just getting pushed up a little bit. There are only some spots in the game where you can do it. Oh, Simi missing the tier.
Fortunate. This one goes pretty far back also, if you miss it.
Yeah. It hones in a bit back in the map, yeah. Still a really close race so far, this is great. I did expect a pretty close race, and I'm glad we're seeing it.
Yeah, same. This is very nice so far. We're gonna have some bow RNG soon.
Yeah, and when we get to Goron Mines, a lot of things can go horribly wrong, so it's really exciting to spectate for a race setting.
Yeah, I think Goron Mines is gonna be tense. So Simi is the, how do we say it again? Like Simi holds the world record for this category and also holds the world record for the Goron Mines IL.
Right, yeah, the IL too, yeah.
Yeah, he bopped me. But yeah, so he's pretty good at Goron Mines, that we know for sure. I know we're gonna see a pipe jump from one of them.
Yeah, they both like to go for it, don't they?
For one of them, I don't know. For the other one, I'm sure of.
Both are definitely fans of like flashy, risky strats, but one might be a bit more than the other. I'm not sure if they're watching the stream or like the other opponent. That is one thing. Like if you have, wow, quite the super jump there.
Insane.
If you have visual on your opponent, then you can like if you know you're ahead, then you have some room to spare for going for some extra swaggy strats.
Yeah, that's why I went for pipe jump last time.
Yeah, I was thinking that.
Alright, so now it's time for the walking simulator. You go to bow, to Goron Mines, back to bow, back to Goron Mines.
Yeah, due to the text displacement glitch. So, usually, there's a cutscene tied to the text boxes that Bo has before the wrestling, before Iron Boots. But due to performing back in time at the beginning, we need to talk to Bo manually to initiate those text boxes. So we can talk to him a few times, and then the game keeps track of how far into the conversation you've gone. So if you talk to him between 2 and 6 times, you get what's called text displacement, which you can then apply to Goron outside of Goron Mines. Ideally, you want to talk between 4 and 6 times, because if you talk 2 to 3 times, then when you go back to Bo, his conversation will reset. But if you talk 4 times, or 5 or 6, then he'll remember where he was last in the conversation. So I think we'll see 4 from both. I like to do 6 myself. Simia usually does 4. He's going to talk to Bo probably 4 times here to get text displacement. So that was the first one. Now Simia has text displacement, but he wishes to keep track of the conversations. He's going to talk a couple more times.
And this cutscene is broken because of back in time at the beginning. Usually it's a long cutscene, you cannot stop the text boxes.
Yeah, so I heard from Fino the other day that the flag that sets the cutscene is the one where the Goron knocks you down from the start of Death Mountain Trail. So when he comes rolling towards you and he knocks you down, that's the sequence where the cutscene part gets set. And since we never do that, we just get the opponent tame flag from the back in time save. We get the benefit of having text displacement here. Simi, don't go over there. Don't do it, man.
No, Simi, come back, don't go there.
If he would have gone to that corner, he would have activated a cutscene that he has actually watched before. I don't know why it's still possible to watch it again, but... and that will eat text displacement. It will disable the glitch. So we learned that... he learned that the hard way the other week.
Yeah, so... why the cutscene is still there? We watched it once.
Yeah, it's the same cutscene, it's just playing again.
Okay.
So it's quite strange. So if either runner were to get a game over screen, save warp, or hit certain cutscenes or talk to certain NPCs, they would lose text displacement. So they gotta be careful with what they do. So that's why they're climbing up the mountain this way instead of doing a trick called early elevator. We'll see them do early elevator later. Ooh, nice dodge from the Goron there for Simi. The last one just almost getting him, but not quite.
Glubbers got the bad cycle, he got the steam.
Oh yeah, to wait. Yeah, so there's currently Goron Mines is blocked, and so the guy who's guarding the elevator is also blocking the way. But after they have unlocked Goron Mines, they can make use of the elevator shortcut. So now Simi will apply sort of apply Bo's text to Goron here. And then he says, "Hey," and then here you go. Now you can enter the mines.
Yeah, the text is already at the end. Then we need to reload the area, but we need the boots. So we go back to Bo, grab the boots.
Really nice Goron dodge for Glubbers there. I mean, both getting it, but Glubbers making it look super easy, taking his time and just doing like a delayed last side up left to juke him. A very nice strat. So Goron Mines is currently unlocked for Simi, but he doesn't have the iron boots, so it would be quite pointless to go in. We do need the boots to defeat Goron Mines in this category. We wouldn't have to do some crazy other things to beat Goron Mines without iron boots. That only like you could do for like ILs or things like that. We have more items to help you.
It's not crazy. I don't know what you mean.
11 hits on the eye.
Just like that.
Yeah, there's one spot in the corner here where you can warp away, where they don't see you. But for the most part of that room, Mitten will be like, hey, they'll see you if you try to warp. Or turn wolf.
And for people that doesn't know Bo, the Bo sumo fight is like rock, paper, scissors, basically. With slightly increased odds on a few specific moves. And if you combine that with good mashing, you can actually one-cycle him.
Yeah, we've seen some one cycles in this tournament so far, but we have not seen a perfect Bo. So perfect rare. Cycle 1 and 2. Yeah, it is quite rare.
And in 80% Bo is like at the beginning. In this category, it's 40 minutes in. It can be painful.
So Bo, they're asking if you would like to have to see like the tutorial for wrestling, and you actually got to move control stick down and say no on that text box instead of just pressing B. But speaking of pressing B, Simeon will slap Bo. Not quite enough fast mashing, but almost.
So then he went for a grab, which is the optimal solution, but...
And the tables have turned.
Oh!
He's almost losing now.
What?
Oh no!
What?
Almost won.
I never saw that. What? Oh, okay, what the...
Simi having a super unlucky Bo here. He tends to be a little bit more passive in the first round, but this is a very aggressive Bo.
Wow.
Let's see if Glubbers gets a better Bo.
Bo is just mean today.
Both runners having terrible luck on Bo.
Okay, Glubbers. Okay.
Oh, really good mashing there. Oh, he's angry. He wants this man off the ring.
Okay, see me going for the grab, but no, Bo said just no today. Bo doesn't want to get grabbed.
It's commentator's curse, man. I said like, oh, maybe we'll see a perfect Bo in this tournament, and then we just see the worst Bo that we've seen thus far.
Oh, wow.
Oh, good RNG for Glubbers.
It's gonna
and he's ahead.
Oh, wow.
Simi having one of the worst Bo fights that he's ever had in his TP career, and Glubbers pulling ahead because having a bad first round, but a perfect second round.
That was insane.
Just like that. Wow.
So it's gonna be in Goron Mines that we're gonna see who's gonna win. Wow. Very nice race.
Yeah, the backs and forths just being, the lead being traded back and forth between them.
That's so unfortunate, like, going for the safe option and getting trolled 5 times in a row. Oh my god. So it's time for on the elevator. Since we have the boots now, we can do that. Gonna clip into the wall.
They're about 2.5 seconds apart. Early mid Nicole, very nice.
Both of them easy. Glub. Okay.
Really fast setup for both.
I wonder if you can get knocked down like while you're in the air.
Yeah, I always fear that might happen one day. It hasn't happened yet, so hopefully it's not possible.
entering gold mines. We're gonna see one pipe jump for sure.
Oh, Glubbers missing the taking off iron boots there, and now they're basically tied because of that one tiny half-second mistake. Look at this, both runners entering Goron mines tied.
Oh wow!
Synced. Glubbers golding his enter Goron mine segment.
It's a complete tie.
Low time difference.
Alright.
Wow.
No!
No, Glubbers going for pipe jump. Simi not going for it.
He barely failed it.
Simi not going for the switch, he's going for the fast strat. He could fail this.
Oh.
This is a hard trick.
Okay, nice.
Gets it.
So Simi taking the lead. What Glubbers hadn't did is like to jump on the little pipe, saving 0.5. But he said to me for the race that he wanted to.
But Simi goes for the fire toad poli strat, which is a little bit slower than torch slug. So if Glubbers wants to go for it.
Okay, he went safe on the flame skip.
If you fall in lava in the dungeon, you take 2 hearts of damage. So if Glubbers were to fall now, he would game over. Same with Simi, they both have 2 hearts or less. Glubbers going for the torch slug. Oh, just barely missing it.
He was
retrying. Yeah, it was a good angle.
Okay, nice.
There we go. Gets the second try.
So we see time saver to note.
Oh, Simi goes for it. He bonks. That's a game over.
Oh wow.
Glubbers is now ahead again.
I stopped going for it after the pool race because I felt just the same way as Simi did.
Yeah, we saw a really close call from Simi in one of the last races. Like, I think in his pool race it was.
I want to point out that Glubbers has half a heart. He can die at any moment.
Yeah.
So really, they are tied again.
Oh, he goes for it. He gets it. Simi had to wait for that. Taking his time there, making sure that he doesn't risk it again. And Glubbers pulling ahead.
So instead of going around the room, you can clip into the slab that we're gonna pull in a second. You can do it in triples, minimum.
Yeah, 3 pulls.
Let's pray for.
Not the best angle, but he's fixing it.
Yep.
Much better angle from Simi. He's gonna get a faster clip.
Yep. Oh,
Glubbers bonking. They're tied again.
Oh man.
This is crazy.
I love this race.
Yeah, so this is one of the reasons why I thought this would be an interesting tournament, like this category specifically, because this dungeon can be pretty hard and like the strats you can choose to go for or choose not to go for, it's like... Oh.
Okay, Glubbers went for the sword movement a little bit earlier, but it failed. When you're on those magnetic ceilings and stuff, you go very, very slow unless you're on Wii. But so yeah, you can do some sword movements.
Oh, Glubbers missing the ladder is very easy as you have a lot of speed going,
moving
towards the ladder there. Simi not missing it.
Ladder dance.
Going for the hop.
The hop.
Should be like half a second faster maybe. I'm too scared to go for it myself.
Oh, that's easy.
Oh, not bonking there, but Glubbers very close.
Nice.
Right, so in this room, there's a glitch that's Wii exclusive, which saves like 45 seconds. You can unequip the iron boots as you're being pulled up, and then just run around on the ceiling without iron boots on, and it works. But GameCube has to do other things.
There's some sword slashes, but we're gonna work for 30 seconds.
Yeah, nice clonk sound effects. There. Now we can really enjoy the synchronization of the runners here. See me just being like a second ahead. Second and a half, too, maybe. Yeah, so it's slightly faster to do the sword slashes that Sin is doing. You can see him gaining a little extra on Glubbers as he's not going for it. Although if you hit any of the walls, then you pretty much void all the time save that you've gotten from it. Simi will also probably go for the jump slash here, as he likes to do. It's a little bit scary, but yep, saving a few extra seconds, or maybe like a second or so.
That's quite sick.
I gotta learn that myself. It's not too difficult, but it just looks really scary because you're dropping off at a point where there's no floor below you. But the jump slash pushes you forward and makes sure that you land on the ledge.
Yeah, and if you fail, man, that's very painful.
Yeah, gotta go through it like a door again and then the whole section again.
Alright, we're gonna see another case of gates being a suggestion.
Yep.
Wolfink is very weird with gates in this dungeon.
So first they need the small key from the chest underwater, and then they can go and just ignore the gate.
This is so close.
Yeah, it's neck and neck. Glubbers not doing the dash at the top. Not sure if it's slower or not. Ooh, rough position for Simi. He needs to... Oh, nice. Quickly fixes it.
Yep, you can see the expertise.
Yeah, so Wolflink tries to climb up on this spot on the gate here, and then just pops through. Like, as soon as he attempts to climb, the game is like, actually, you're not supposed to be able to climb this, and you just pop through.
Oh.
Oh.
Almost.
Okay. Making sure to hold target and moving up so that it can, you know, not get pushed off. You can get pushed off like again and again if you're climbing up at a bad spot there.
Ah, good to know.
That happened in my PB.
Under the... yeah, okay.
But Glubbers getting the strat that Simi was attempting, getting the running slash as he goes towards the edge and gets the hang off.
Next
They're
up,
so close. It's the next trick.
yeah, it's gonna decide everything. In this dungeon, you can just go to the boss with the third key shard. It's the boss key is separated in 3 pieces. Get the third one, you're good to go. And we're gonna skip the second one in the room that Simi is entering. It's pretty hard, you don't want to fall.
Yeah, and we have unfortunately... I do believe we've seen somebody falling in the water. You know, at least one of the races. Yeah. That was a really good attempt.
Yeah.
I thought I was going to see first try setupless again.
That was very close.
Yeah, so the game only checks for the last key shard, so you can skip the second one here. We can skip the first one in theory if you have more, you know, items to help you.
Right,
Third try from Simi, still very good. Glubbers on his second try, I think.
Yo. Oh, that's very close again.
See, maybe third try.
Yo, nice.
Fourth try, I believe, from Glubbers. Still worth it, still better than getting the key shard. First try setupless saves like a bit over 30 seconds.
Oh. Okay.
Picking up the barrel. He's trying to hide from the moblins in Forsaken Fortress. Oops,
Yep.
wrong game.
Oops, wrong game. Goron is a bit special. If you hang off the ledge when you throw him off, you can actually make him bounce under the platform, and he's gonna take double hits. After that, you can actually quick spin.
Oh, perfect.
Wow.
Wow.
That's very quick.
That's a textbook fight.
So let's see if Glubbers can get the same RNG. Because on the bounce, you can get a bad RNG and cannot quick spin at all. It seems good.
Oh, he hits him with iron boots. Still a chance? Oh.
So if you hit him at the wrong timing, he's just gonna kill again.
Yeah, it's gonna go back and bounce more. It's unfortunate because the way you, the place where you climb up, you're so close to the ledge. It's so easy to quick spin at an angle where you grab the ledge again. So you kind of do want to roll to just gain some distance away from the edge. But then if you do it at a bad time, in relation to his bounces, then that can happen.
Well, a good thing that the running IL I found is that you can actually store kind of quick spin, buffer a quick spin. Like when you climb up, there is a short period of time where you can spin the stick. Link is not going to be moving, but it still registers for the quick spin, and that's what Simi did.
Oh.
So you get a very fast quick spin. It's always guaranteed to hit if Dengoro is nearby.
Simi equipped the bow and arrow so quickly that you could hear the sound of the arrow refill. Let's see if Glubbers has the audio, so let's see if we can hear from his side.
Nope.
Nope. Yeah, only if you do like a really quick equip, you can just hear that the arrow is going up from 0 to 30.
Funny TP shenanigans. Will we see parkour from any of them?
Yeah, so in the outside area that they got a small key from before doing key shard skip, there's like an outside, there's like a parkour strat as we call it. There are a couple of different ways you can do it. None of them really recommended, but they, if done really well, they can save a few seconds, and it looks really cool. And both of these runners likes to, you know, do cool strats, so we might see from both. They have, you know, they are experienced with it. I think Glubbers might be a bit more experienced than Simi doing it.
As Glubbers does the same method as I does, and it's the worst one.
Yeah, the hardest one. Fastest and hardest.
So we'll see.
Yeah, most of the time you're gonna save time by just doing the intended method of shooting the BMOs, pulling it back, and following the intended path. Normally in an all dungeons run, you would have the Gale Boomerang and also the Claw Shot actually, so you can just Claw Shot something up to the up right here and just skip the whole play, like this whole outside area pretty much.
Simi going safe.
Yep. He has to lead. Wise choice. Not taking too many risks here.
Very smart.
Let's see if Glubbers might wanna. Maybe he wants to do it to you know, catch up a little bit.
Catch up.
Not sure if he's watching, but.
No, he said he would just close everything. Now he's going for the beams.
Yeah, also playing it safe. Nice. Although he's killing that one.
Yeah, that's.
Normally the top left one is only needed to kill if you.
He's gonna. Okay.
Okay, I thought maybe he was going to attempt it and then have that as a backup.
Yeah, that's what I thought too.
Oh, Simi going for the fast strat there and getting it. We have seen people fall off there, like, attempting that strat, so that could have been a disaster. But he gets it, very nice.
Yeah, that was the... Falling in the water here is the last major choke point, I guess.
Yeah.
Unless you die on the fights.
Clubber's getting unfortunate bonks here, bonking left and right. It is about 2 seconds faster to do what Simi did instead of landing on the wooden platform. Let's see what Glubbers goes for.
The classic.
Yeah, the classic. Save. That's good, that's good. Nobody falling in the water. We don't want to see that.
Yep. So there is not much...
Simi trying to attack fires with the iron boots.
There is not much to the fight except that you can get some fast falls. Like fast falls.
Oh, Glubbers refilling arrows.
Yeah, and he...
Oh, he shot it from up there.
Yeah, he went for a different shot.
It is... I don't want to curse it, but it's pretty much decided at this point. Simi entered the fight about a minute before Glubbers, and the fight is pretty easy. Yeah, or it should be.
Yeah, he's gonna get
so,
first pull. Yep.
It looks like Simi will take this one.
But man, what a race.
I was so close, like all the way. And, you know, trading the lead back and forth at different points, and especially like as soon as they enter the dungeon, they're both entering at the exact same time. That was really exciting.
Yeah, that was so sick.
We've seen some syncs before, like you and me syncing in the Master Sword cutscene in that one race, but like syncing entering Goron mines, that's long
into the run. There is bow and stuff.
Yeah,
it's insane.
Simi missing the roll step, has to go for a backup quick spin.
He's gonna finish in 1x, 100, I mean.
Yeah, so this category ends when you tell Midna that you wish to leave the dungeon. So it's just a death cutscene of Fyrus and then some text boxes and then hitting the Midna portal and saying yes. Or hi in Simi's case. As is on the Japanese version.
Yep.
We've seen people say ya, people say yes, hi.
T?
See, yes.
I said we.
We, yeah. We've had everything but Italian at this point.
I was thinking about doing Italian next time.
Yeah. It's in all languages except Italian. Very cool.
Oh wow. What a race.
That was incredible. I had high hopes for this race, and they delivered. They both really delivered.
That was insane. That bow or Simi, insane.
Yeah, that's one of the worst. That's the worst bow fight I've seen in 2023.
And GG Simi.
GG's to Simi, finishing at looks like
1:19.
1 hour 16 seconds on race time.
16, nice.
Super close.
GG.
Yeah. Wow. I really hope we get a post-game interview with both runners, because that.
Yeah, that was insane, man. I'm shook. What?
Glubbers almost PBing as well. He played really close to his PB.
Yeah.
The last split he was just a few seconds behind his PB. He's almost tying his PB.
Yeah, he's gonna be 5 seconds behind. His PB.
3.8 seconds away from PB on Glubber's side. Golding the virus split, or the Flametron as his name in German.
Gamers.
GG.
Clap. No interview, unfortunately.
That's alright. But wow, yeah, we've said it. We sound like broken records. Just saying like how close that was and how exciting the bow fight, like trading back and forth.
No, really, that was. Wow,
I hope to see more races like that.
Yeah.
So that means that Simi will move on to the semifinals of the redemption bracket. He will face the winner of Krino Tether and then the Ethernet Boys or Moise, whoever wins between those. Wanted that pipe jump a little too much, yeah.
Unfortunate pipe. But man, guys, that was so close.
Yeah, we'll just do the interview through chat.
You played so well, both of you.
That was really entertaining. Yeah, you both had really rough round ones of the bow fight. EMS made me sad, and bow made me add. Can't beat the ads, man.
But well, no mistakes at all, to be honest. Like, they did almost flawless runs, apart from RNG and stuff.
Yeah, early Master Sword being a bit of a hiccup, and then having bad RNG, yeah, especially like Simi having bad RNG in the EMS, second EMS. And bow, of course. But yeah, like in general, pretty clean in general. Lots of great segments. So unfortunately, Glubbers being eliminated from the tournament, but Simi moving on to the semifinals. GG's to both. Thank you for putting on such an amazing show. That was really fun to watch. Hope it was. Hope you guys had fun.
Yeah, I hope you had as much fun as we did. GG, guys. I wonder what's gonna be the next race.
Oh yeah, there's a race coming up in like very soon.
Wait, it's like soon? Oh wow, I thought it was like tomorrow.
Yeah, it's the Ethernet Boys versus Moise. Yeah, so the winner of them versus Krino, and the winner of them will be versus Simi. So that will happen in 20 minutes. Yeah.
Oh wow, nice.
I'll just go ahead and open the race room for that one before I forget.
Let's go.
But yeah, that about does it.
This tournament has been very, very nice so far.
GG's, well done. Both of you. Good luck next round, Simis. Simi, Glubbers, congratulations on not having to play TP anymore for a little while. This is not it for TP for ZSR today. We will have another race here in about 20 minutes on on ZSR 3. Trez, you can all talk shit at Trez. He's restreaming that one because we all love to talk shit at Trez. That's what we do here. But here on this channel, we'll also have a Ocarina of Time Random Settings League tournament race. So if you're interested in either of those, please keep an eye on the schedule. Please, if you aren't following both of our runners for some reason, Simi and Glubbers, please give them both a follow. Excuse me, Simi and the, as I was told earlier. He wants to be called the. As well as our two commentators for letting me sit here and just be an idiot for an hour. Skyrion G's, I appreciate both of you. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much for the restream. I appreciate it.
Thank you for having us.
Any final thoughts before we head on out for the moment?
There's more TP to come in just 18 minutes, so if you liked what you saw, then just stick around.
Yep, grab a snack.
Yep, keep an eye out on ZSR3 will be going live shortly, I'm assuming. Until then, everyone stay safe out there. We will see you back here again soon. I'm not used to ending a restream this early in the day. Have a great day, all. We'll see you back here soon.
See ya.